Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Thursday yesterday. Today is Friday, December 17th, 2021, and it's a day 2. Before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute, as you know, is our time to notice our time. This moment right here, right now, right? It also means it's a chance to give yourself permission to just let go of yesterday, just let go of the future. You know, there are so many great things happening right here and right now. They too often just go on right under our noses and we never really notice them. Okay, so let's just stop and be a part of this moment. So let's go ahead and use our eyes for a second and just scan our environment and focus in on something that catches your eyes or my eyes. And I am looking at something and I am studying its shape, I'm studying its color, I'm studying the many different colors of it actually. And the item I'm looking at actually has different textures. One kind of part of it's more meshy, kind of a plastic mesh, and the other part is more made of cloth. And I'm noticing that with my sense of sight. What are you noticing? With your nose, breathe in and breathe out. Just notice the sense and the sense of smell within you and consider what the smells in your environment remind you of. The sense of smell, as you know, as I've shared with you, is a great sense for triggering memories. Make you think of experiences you've had or currently have. And then with your sense of touch, just notice what you feel, whether it's the air or the clothing on you or an itch. What do you feel? And finally, just pause and listen. What do you hear? Very good. I'm going to go ahead and use the smelling of the flower and the flickering of the candle. There were actually 2 of you guys yesterday in the lunchroom who thought that was what you wanted to see me do. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. You can choose whatever breathing technique works best for you. Some of you guys are inventing your own breathing techniques, and that's cool too. You can certainly use them as well. But let's go ahead and just notice our body, notice how that chair holds us up, notice our own weight, notice where our weight coming down meets that chair holding you up. And just as I asked you yesterday, notice your feet too. Notice how firmly planted onto the floor your feet feel. Notice how that floor holds you up. Okay, I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. Let's go ahead and take that first breath in. Fill your belly full of air, and then let it out, nice and slowly. Yesterday in the lunchroom, we did some breathing techniques with second grade. Let's go ahead and breathe in. One thing I really appreciated was just how slowly and intentionally and deliberately some of you were breathing. Go ahead and breathe out. In fact, it took a couple seconds just to finish breathing out. Breathe in again. Notice the amazingness of this breath, not the last breath, but this breath. Breathe out. And once you're in the rhythm, also start thinking and begin to notice what feelings you've brought to school today. Breathe in. Are you excited about the weekend? Don't worry much about the weekend. Breathe out. But notice that you're excited. That is a feeling. Go ahead and breathe in again. Are you nervous about a test? Don't worry about the test. Breathe out. Just notice your nervousness, your anxiety. Those are real feelings. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And some feelings are pleasant. We all know that. But some feelings are not as pleasant, and that's okay. Give yourself permission to just be a part of that feeling. Breathe in. Let those feelings be a part of you. Acknowledge it. Just recognize it. Identify it. Breathe out. And sit with them. Those feelings have something to tell you if you'll only just let them in. Breathe in. And certainly not to push them away. And in due time, they'll move on. Those feelings will make way and make room for more other feelings as the day progresses. Breathe out. In a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to tell you just how much I appreciate, how grateful I am for so many of you who are joining me in the Mindful Minute. Remember, the Mindful Minute is not something I want to force anybody to do. But if you think it's something that's good for you, come join me. I would love to have you be a part of your I would love for each one of us to be a part of each other's mindfulness journey. That's what I meant to say. All right, so we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, show that you are respectful. You want to respect yourself as well as you want to respect others. You want to, you want to do things that make yourself proud. Yesterday, there was at dismissal, there was a student that came and told me how he picked up trash and nobody else saw it. And I asked him, are you proud of yourself, even if nobody else saw? And he said, yeah. And that's really cool, because at the end of the day, I hope he thought about all those moments when he made that decision to do the right thing, even if he wasn't going to get recognized for it. Okay, so that's being respectful to yourself. And of course, be respectful to others. You want to be able to make people feel good. You want to be a hero in their story. Let's talk about being responsible. That's the next one, okay? In order to be a hero, we have to be responsible for our bodies. Our bodies can be used for hurtful things. We can stick our tongues out at people, and that would make people feel bad. Or we can say hurtful words. Or our hands can be used to steal or to push, right? Our feet can be used to kick. None of that is what heroes do. None of that is good, right? What you want to do is be responsible in using your mouth to offer kind words. Be a hero in someone's life and in their story, be one of those encouragers, right? If you are angry at somebody, you want to use hurtful words. Can you stop yourself? Can that positive version of you stop yourself? Your hands, you may want to take something, but guess what? Can you use your other hand to hold it back? Right, I had a conversation with a couple kindergartners yesterday who had trouble with controlling their hands. And we talked about how if one hand wants to go steal something, we can use the other hand to bring it back. It's kind of like we've got 2 pets here, right? Our hands are like 2 pets, and sometimes pets do things we don't want them to do. And what we need to do is just control our hands. You can hold on to them. If you're standing, you could put your two hands together in front of you, or you could put them behind your back. Sometimes you guys see me walking around the hallway with my hands behind my back. And guess what? That's okay. That's my way of controlling my hands. So let's be responsible with how we use the things that are given to us. But that also means being responsible with our book bag and being responsible in taking care of completing our classwork and our homework and listening, being responsible with our ears. And last but not least, be ready. Show that you are ready to learn, not to give up. 2 days ago, there was a 2nd grade student who didn't have a great day. But guess what? He came back yesterday and he chose to not let the previous day bother him. He chose to let that day, that new day, be, its own day. And he ended up having an amazing day. And I'm real proud of that student. Okay, so you have to make that decision to be ready and ready to learn, ready not to not give up. Now, our character trait for the month is compassion. If you go into our lobby, we have some really great examples of compassion. Look at those toys. If you haven't seen those toys, you definitely need to see them soon, because today is when those toys are going to be taken away and they'll be brought down to the state of Kentucky, where there are kids who have lost a lot of things, even lost their homes, and this is our way of giving toys to them, and that's a compassionate and kind thing for us to do. And for those of you guys who participated, hey, thanks. But many of you guys have also been dropping off coins. First grade, I could tell you guys are in the lead, but second grade, real close. In kindergarten, you are not out of the hunt yet. Okay, so keep dropping off coins if you have coins. And of course, we have our Giving Tree Operation Warm a Child. Look at all the great articles of clothing on the tree or under the tree. Just know that each one of those is going to help keep a child warm. And yeah, if you participated in that giving, guess what? You're a hero. Last but not least, I want you to know this. I love you just the way you are. Each one of you guys is different, but each one of you guys is somebody I celebrate, and you guys are such an important part of our school. And you know what? I say this to our teachers too. The teachers, I love each one of you guys, and our support staff. I love each one of you guys just the way you are. We're all growing, and I love how you're growing. And guess what? I encourage all of us, teachers too, our staff too, all the grown-ups and the kids, definitely go find somebody else and tell them you love them just the way they are. That's my challenge. That's my challenge to you every day. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have an amazing Friday.